Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher, thank you for stopping by. So this isn't really a reaction, and I don't really know what category to put it under. It's not really a channel update video. Maybe it's like a tea time with Topher. I haven't done one of those in years. I really haven't had tea to spill. I don't know. I'll find a place for it somewhere. But basically, just something came up in the comment section of one of my videos, and I just wanted to touch on it. Whenever it comes to like certain topics like this, I like to just make a public video about it. A, because I don't like repeating myself, so if the topic comes up again, I can just copy a link to this video, put it in the comment section, blah blah blah, move on from there. But also, just because I feel like if one person had this issue in the comment section already, then there might have been other people who aren't brave enough to comment who might have also had this issue, in which case just want to address it so you know we're all on the same page. But a few days ago I got a comment on one of my reactions to BL series that I've been reacting to, and it said, "The way that you latch on to at least one actor or character in each of these series and consistently sexualize and objectify them with your comments is disgusting." And I wasn't quite sure how to feel about that at first when I saw the comment. And normally whenever I get comments like that, because I get all kinds of comments that I see, and some that I don't even see, or some that I don't see until months and months or years after the fact, because like they got trapped in a comment approval place or comment pending place that I didn't even think to check, and I haven't checked in a while or whatever, something like that. So who knows, I get all kinds of comments. But normally whenever I do see comments like that, I try to avoid engaging immediately, because I don't ever want to write or say something in the heat of the moment that might, misrepresent me or my brand or anything like that. So when I saw that comment, like obviously I had my very instinct, response, like, girl, blah, blah, like, just because there's a certain way to communicate, and I've mentioned it a number of times in various other channel update videos. Like, I'm not above critique. I'm not above critique or criticism. I'm not above growing and bettering myself as a person. That's not anything that I'm opposed to. But it all depends on how people approach me and how they choose to word things. If people approach me respectfully, then we can have very honest and very easy conversation, and I can take in what you're saying, even if I don't agree with what you're saying, take in, process, think about it, and do with it what I will. But when people approach me in a way that feels very antagonistic and kind of attacky, then like gut impulse is to just like get on the defensive and attack back. So I never want to be on that like defensive attack back sort of thing in the comment section, because it's just it's not what my channel's here for. It's not what it's here for. So when I initially got that comment, I was like, okay. So then I sat, I thought about it for like a day or so, just, and then eventually I wrote back. I wrote, "I'm sorry you feel that way, but at the same time, no one is really forcing you to watch my reactions," because like I said, I thought about it, and even after that comment, even after I responded, and then someone else responded, and I'm gonna get into that in a second. But after, all the responses, I've thought about it for like the last few days on and off. It's just a topic that I've been pondering and whatnot, because after I made that response, and the reason I made that particular response is because, again, I've had so many people make so many different kind of comments about things that I've done on the channel, or things that I say, blah, 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 blah. And some of it is coming from a constructive place, and some of it is just because, they don't like that sort of thing. They're not into that sort of thing. And, like, I don't know, being a YouTuber, being a content creator, it's one of those things where, yes, you want people to be happy, you want to please people, but you also don't want to, like, completely lose yourself in trying to please people. So sometimes whenever I get comments like that, I take it as people are trying to tell me to stop being me. And like for me, I'll just put it out there. The episode that she's talking about, or the series she's talking about, whatever, like whenever I made those particular comments, like in my head I wasn't doing it from a place of like, ooh yes, I'm gonna objectify this man and sexualize him, and yeah, that's my goal. That's not my goal. It's just kind of my sense of humor. I have a very dark, sometimes dark, a lot of times not safe for work sense of humor. Very adult sense of humor. And some people also have that sense of humor. Some people don't like that sort of joking. It is what it is. Not saying that it makes it okay. But whenever I say these things in my reactions, or whenever I'm making this kind of commentary, I'm not saying it from a place of like, oh yeah, I'm trying to objectify this or whatever. Like, honestly, ooh, Topher's thirsty and he's thirsting over this, that, and the other. It's a character, more or less. It's not really a character. It's just an exaggeration of me. Am I like that 24/7? Absolutely not. Like, whatever. Yes, there are attractive people in the world, fantastic. But it's an exaggerated character that we put on for, the cameras and whatnot. So whenever I say any of that kind of stuff, more times than not, I'm saying it because it's for the cameras. It's not because, like, I'm so worked up. Sometimes I am very worked up by things I see, and I can't control myself. But majority of the time, I'm just saying it because I find it comical. Like whenever I watch other YouTubers reacting to other things or making other kind of commentary on other things, like that's the kind of comedy that I find funny. Whenever YouTubers make fun of themselves, or they call themselves a slut or a whore, or they make whatever kind of, like, I find it comical. That kind of stuff makes me laugh. So I incorporate that kind of stuff into my stuff because that's my comedy, that's my sense of humor, that's how I am. But I'm not doing it because I'm trying to sexualize or objectify. But I can see how it can be perceived in that way. I can see how some of the commentary that I made can be taken that way. And after the fact, I went back and watched that episode, my reaction to that episode, and at first I was like, okay, I don't really see what the issue is. Like, yeah, okay, sure, making whatever comments, that's just whatever. But then as the episode went on, the comments kept coming and coming and coming. I'm like, well, damn girl, calm down. I'm like, okay, I can see how this could be a little bit much for some people. I can see how potentially this, and I know there are a lot of people out there who follow and subscribe and have been with me a long time, who know my intentions, they know my heart, they know that you can't take 90% of the things I say seriously. And there are lots of people who love that sort of like wild and thirsty commentary, whatnot, to each his own. But I can definitely see how that can be a bit much for some people. So someone else commented after I made my response. They said, I don't have a specific problem with what you say, but are you trying to say it's okay to sexualize and objectify then, if you are, just because it's your channel? And that's really why I wanted to make this video, to address it, because no, I don't want it to like be out there that, oh yeah, Topher thinks it's okay to just objectify and sexualize people, and that's no, that is not what I'm saying in the least. Obviously, you guys know, if you followed me long enough, I'm a huge proponent of consent. I'm a huge proponent of all kinds of things. I'm not here to try and sexualize and objectify people. That is not my goal. Thirsty Topher is a character. It is a character, and it's a character. That's all I really can say. So again, I didn't really have a plan for what I was going to say in this video. I've thought about it, like I said, for like the last 4 or 5 days, on and off, and just thought about, is this something I'm actually doing? Am I actually sexualizing? Or am I just, making jokes? Am I just making comedy? Or is me saying that I'm making jokes and making comedy just like me excusing or justifying the fact that I'm doing these things? I don't know. I go back and forth. I can't tell anybody what their moral compass says. So whether or not they feel like what I'm doing is right or wrong, that's up to everybody's own personal interpretation. All I can say is, like, when I'm making that commentary, or when I made that commentary, it wasn't my intent for it to come across that way. That's just my sense of humor, and that was my intent, to make people laugh, to make people smile. That has always been the goal of my channel since day one, to be entertaining, to make people laugh, to make people smile. But again, I can see how that could be off-putting to some people, and how it could be a bit much, because when I watched it back, because people who know me know that I don't really like to watch myself. I don't like to. It's a weird dynamic as a performer that I have. Like, yes, I love being on stage, I love performing, I love doing all that kind of stuff, but I hate watching back videos. I hate listening back to things. So, like, when it comes to my YouTube videos, I'll sit here, I'll record, cool, whatever, and go to the editing room, edit stuff down, sure, cool. You know, I'll watch things in chunks, or I'll watch it in bits, or like, I mentally, whenever I was recording it, mentally made a log of, okay, here's a place where I can insert this meme, or here's a place where I can insert this, like zoom, 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 or whatever effect in the video. And then I'll go to that particular place, do whatever effect I had in my mind, add it there, and then I'll just, you know, kind of breeze through the rest of the video without actually like hardcore watching it, because I don't like watching myself. So there's a lot of times where I'm just not, I don't see it. I don't see it, which is why I have you guys, because you guys see it. You guys watch. Thank you for watching. But yeah, so that was pretty much the case there. Like, I edited the video with the like plot points, or, you know, the edit points that I had placed in my mind, and then, you know, moved on to the next video, whatnot. But I didn't watch like the whole thing through, because I don't like watching myself. Whenever my mom's here and she's like, I hear myself on the TV in the guest room, I immediately like just go to my room and like just shut the door or something, because I don't like I like people watching my stuff, absolutely, but I don't like to be present while people are watching. I don't like seeing myself. So yeah, after having listened through and watched through my reaction of that video, I can see how it was a bit much. I can see how it was a lot, and how I'm sure there are plenty of other reactions that I've done that were similar in vein. So if anyone has been offended by anything that I've said at any point in time, I apologize. I sincerely apologize. Again, it has never been my intent to offend anybody. It's always just been my intent to provide entertainment, to provide laughter and smiles, because that's just what I like to do. So I'm sorry if anyone has ever been offended. But moving forward, I'm not saying that I'm going to completely cut that part of my personality, because again, it is a part of my sense of humor, it is a part of my personality, but it is a part that I can dial back. It is a part that I can control. Just like a few months ago, I had someone put down in the comment section saying that they like my channel, they like my videos, but I use the B word far too much, and they find it offensive, and you know, they don't want to have to unsubscribe from my channel because I use the B word a lot, but you know, they'll do what they have to do. So then, but they were very polite about how they phrase things, and this is a key difference between like that interaction and this interaction. They were very polite about how they phrase things, so that I responded back like, I'm sorry that that's the case. That's just like not really my culture, but you know, being gay, being in the gay scene, the drag scene, all kinds of stuff, like it's just a very commonplace term. That's just how I talk. Like me and my best friends, that's how I say hello to them. There's no like, oh hey, how you doing? It's like, hey B, hey whore, how you doing? Like that's just how we talk to each other. So it's just very second nature to me. But it's not anything that I can't control. So like, yes, I can absolutely see how it could be offensive to some people, and I can, you know, try and dial it back and whatnot. There'll be times I'll probably slip up, but absolutely, I can absolutely do that. And she responded very politely, like, okay, thank you. I'm so glad, because there's so many other YouTubers who I've had similar, you know, comments with, and they just said, oh, this is my channel, blah, 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 blah. I guess kind of similar to what I said in my initial comment to that brought up this video. And ever since then, like I've pretty much dialed it back. Every once in a while it'll slip out and I'll catch myself, but it's not as prevalent as it once was in, you know, like a year and a half ago on this channel. Not to say that I don't swear at all. ever since that word has been taken out of my YouTube vocabulary, all the other swear words have made a mighty vengeful appearance on this channel. I swear like a fucking sailor, let me tell y'all. But yeah, again, I'm not above like growing and, you know, collaborating with you guys, because again, this channel would be nothing without you guys and without your support, and this is a community, it's not a dictatorship. So I feel like my issue with the initial comment that sparked this video wasn't so much what was being said, and I don't think that person's intent was to be offensive or attacky. It's just their words, their choice of words is what put me on the defensive and like, well, you know, you can go watch someone else's channel. But then when the next person came back in and was like, I don't mind what you're saying, but are you saying that it's okay to do this just because it's your channel? And it's like, okay, no. You were polite, and I want to address this issue. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So, moving forward, like, I can't do anything about the videos that have already been recorded because, well, those are already recorded, those are there. But as far as like reactions I've done since then, you'll probably notice, at least in videos that I've recorded since I've worn either this shirt or, well, this look, or my Tale of a Thousand Stars shirt, which is also this color, that it's been dialed down. Like, some of the thirst is still there, some of the appreciation for the physical gifts that God blessed certain people with is still there, but it's not nearly to the dehydrated thirst level that it was in some of those other reactions. So yeah. I like I said, I don't really know what, I didn't really have a plan for this video. I don't really know what the end point I don't know what the talking points of this video were supposed to be. I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to talk because these things were on my mind. They've been on my mind for days now, and I just wanted to talk to you guys and just let you guys know. So I hear you guys. I see concerns, and I'm open to listening. I'm opening to growing and whatnot. I don't want to change myself for other people. No, not in any way, shape, or form. But I am willing to tone things down because I can see how things can be a little much at times. But that's not saying that, you know, the Topher that you guys have known and love is going to go away completely. No, it's just we're gonna give him a drink. We're gonna give him some water. We're gonna make him a little less thirsty from time to time. But that being said, there are still going to be times when I'm gonna see something. I'm gonna see a fine ass delicious snack of a man, and I'm going to comment on the fact that this is a fine ass delicious snack of a man. Like, if that's the if it's there in front of me, I'm gonna comment on it. That's what we're here for. But I will keep some of the other commentary just mentally in my head. I will dial it back. But again, it's a second nature thing to me. Half the time I don't even know I'm doing it. I've had conversations with Synergic and a couple other people just about things that I've said. Not anything specific, but like how things just come out of my mouth, and honestly I don't even know what comes out of my mouth half the time. People will comment later on after the fact, like, oh, remember when you said so and so, or remember what you said here, it was so funny, say it again. And I'm like, when? What? I don't know. Like, whenever I say just like a little quip or a little one-liner or whatever, it's literally just me in that moment, and then I move Dumbledore that shit out of my brain. Like, I have no idea what I said. So yeah, I don't know. I'm babbling. This video is just me babbling, but I just wanted to babble and let you guys know that I hear you. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah. So is it okay to objectify and sexualize? No. and again, that was never my goal. That's never been my goal. So if anyone took any of my commentary or anything that I said in that way, shape, or form, I apologize. I sincerely apologize. And if you've been offended by anything else I've said in the past, I apologize. But also, the comment I did say in response still stands. Like, there are other channels. Like, if something I'm doing is greatly offensive to you, you can let me know in a polite way and we can communicate. But also, if it's to the point where it's just detrimentally, like you just can't stand this and whatnot, there are like 10 million other reactors in the world, and I appreciate you coming to the channel, but you don't have to. No one's forcing anybody to sit through me and my babbling and all of my shenanigans. So yeah. Okay, bye. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. I love you guys.